My name's Barry Seal. I fly planes. Always have. And I'm telling this story now because I don't think I've got much time left. Somebody's gonna shut me up soon, so I'd rather you hear it from me first. It's 1978. I'm flying a passenger plane for TWA. My co-pilot is asleep. Autopilot's doing all the work. And I'm bored stiff. I switch it off. Make the plane shake hard enough to wake up the whole cabin. People scream, think we're going down. Then I steady it, smile, and call it turbulence. That's me. I can't handle routine. I need action. At home, my wife Lucy waits up for me. She dresses sexy, wants my attention, but I'm wiped out. I crash into bed. She's young and full of life, but I'm always too tired. Then one night, I'm at a bar on a layover, and a man sits beside me. He introduces himself as Monty. He knows something about me I didn't think anyone knew. I've been sneaking cigars into the country on my flights, making a little cash on the side. Instead of arresting me, he smiles. Monty says he works for the CIA, that's America's spy agency, and that I'm exactly the type they need. A great pilot, a little reckless, willing to take risks. He takes me to a hidden hangar and shows me a plane the CIA owns. It's faster and sleeker than anything I've flown in years. He tells me the mission is simple. Fly over Central America and take pictures of what's happening down there. Rebels, drug traffickers, Soviet weapons, stuff the US wants to know about. He says I can't tell anyone, not even my wife. I hate the idea of lying to Lucy, but when I climb into that plane and take it up, I remember why I love flying. I pull tricks in the sky, feel alive again, and by the time I land, I've already decided. I'm in. I quit my safe airline job. I tell Lucy I'm working for a company called Independent Aviation Consultants. That's just the CIA's cover name. Lucy thinks it sounds like a scam. We argue. She says I'm making a mistake. Maybe I am. But then I'm flying low over jungles with a camera in the belly of the plane while guerrillas shoot at me. And I know there's no way I'm going back to being a bored airline pilot. It's dangerous work. One time a bullet smashes into the plane, and I almost crash. But I steady it and get home in one piece. Monty praises my flying, says I'm a natural, but the pay isn't much. When I ask for more, he says I'll have to wait. Then Monty gives me a new assignment. He calls it bagman, which is just a fancy word for courier. I have to stop in Panama, meet a man named Colonel Manuel Noriega. He's the head of military intelligence there. He sells information to the CIA. I hand him packages. He hands me his. Easy job, but soon things get heavier. One day, while I'm refueling in Colombia, armed men surround me and throw me into a car. Next thing I know, I'm face to face with Pablo Escobar. Yeah, that Escobar. At this point, he's already one of the biggest drug traffickers in the world. He knows I'm not really a businessman, like I pretend to be. He shows me his plantation, mountains of drugs, piles of cash. I see wrecked planes in the jungle trees. He complains his runway is too short. Pilots die trying to take off, but he doesn't care. He tells me I can walk away if I can't handle it. To me, that's a challenge. I say yes. Pablo wants me to fly his product straight into Miami. I tell him that's suicide. Too much law enforcement there. I suggest dropping it over Louisiana swamps, where his men can pick it up. He agrees. I teach his crew to wrap the packages so they survive the fall. I also stop them from loading too much. Before I take off, they give me a little cross for protection. I hang it on the dash. Takeoff is brutal. The plane scrapes through trees, almost doesn't lift, but finally we're in the air. I kiss the cross. In US airspace, radar picks me up, but I fly close to oil rigs, so they think I'm just another company helicopter. In Louisiana, I open the hatch, bump the cargo, and keep flying. Pablo pays me with a sack of cash. Just like that, I'm living a double life. Then things go bad. Soldiers raid one of Pablo's houses. I panic. Helicopters are swarming, and I end up in jail, missing a tooth after a fight. Pablo gets released right away. I sit in a cell until Monty comes. He says the cops know I'm a smuggler, and tomorrow they'll search my house. I beg for help. Monty says he'll fix it, but only if I take on a new mission, delivering weapons to rebels in Nicaragua. This is during the Cold War. America's fighting communism by any means. I don't want to do it, but if I refuse, I lose everything. I rush home at 4 a.m, wake Lucy and the kids, tell them to pack right now. She's confused and scared. I don't explain. We leave just before the police arrive. The CIA moves us to Arkansas. Small town, broken down house in the woods. Lucy hates it. Monty takes me to a private airstrip and says all the land is mine. He shows me maps, routes to avoid army bases and radars. It's risky, but he also hands me a bag of cash. I'm in. Lucy's furious when I get back. I dump money on the floor. She doesn't forgive me, but she accepts it. 1981, my first weapons delivery. The locals don't even want the guns. They steal my sunglasses and clothes instead. Turns out I'm not arming trained soldiers. I'm handing rifles to civilians. Next trip, I bring alcohol and dirty magazines just to smooth things over. That's when Pablo finds me again. He wants me smuggling for him too. Now I've got the CIA's secret flight map, so I can dodge law enforcement. I say yes. The routine becomes simple. Pick up guns in Arkansas, deliver them to Pablo, who keeps most, and gives me cocaine to bring back. I stop in Panama, refuel under Noriega's protection, and pay him off with product. Then I drop the rest in Louisiana swamps for pickup. Money pours in faster than I can hide it. I start burying bags in the backyard, stuffing barns full. I hire 4 pilots I trust, they're criminals like me, and call them the Snowbirds. Each flies alone to spread the risk. The CIA wants to train Nicaraguan rebels on my land. They start bringing them in by the plane load. My property in Arkansas turns into a camp. Villagers beg me to take their sons. The rebels are promised the American dream, but they're just pawns. Soon, Arkansas is echoing with gunfire from training drills. The townsfolk notice, but I bribe them with jobs and projects. They keep quiet. By 1982, I've got new cars, a mansion-level house, businesses to launder money, even more planes. Lucy starts enjoying the wealth. We party with Pablo. One night, Lucy and I even mess around mid-flight. Then Lucy's brother JB shows up. He's broke. I give him a cleaning job at the hangar. He finds hidden bags of money, starts spending recklessly, buys a car, brings home a girlfriend who's clearly too young. Lucy kicks her out. I warn JB to stop acting stupid. In 1983, my crew gets sloppy. Our planes are spotted on radar. The US scrambles fighter jets. We can't outrun them. I tell my team to circle over the ocean until the jets run out of fuel. It works, but only barely. The FBI starts asking questions. Arkansas is suddenly full of banks, luxury cars, money everywhere. Border Patrol also changes tactics. They send regular planes that can match my speed. One chase ends with me landing in the middle of a street, smashing signs, tearing through yards and crashing into trees. I throw money at the homeowners, grab a kid's bike, and escape. That's my life. Meanwhile, Pablo is forced out of Colombia. He moves to Nicaragua. I fly there to meet him. Back home, JB steals another bag of money. The sheriff spots him, arrests him. The FBI gets involved. Lucy calls me, panicked. I can't leave. I'm finishing a dangerous new deal with Pablo. I bail JB out, hand him cash and a passport, tell him to disappear. He insults Lucy. I start to go after him. Then his car explodes. Just like that, I push the wreck into the woods. Monty comes again. He's in trouble. Half the weapons I delivered ended up with traffickers instead of rebels. The CIA shuts the whole thing down. They burn my files, erase me. I tell the Snowbirds to scatter. That night, the FBI, DEA, and state cops surround my airport. I'm arrested. I ask for a phone call. Pablo's number is dead. Then the prosecutor gets a call. From the governor. Suddenly, I'm free. They take me straight to the White House. Government officials want me to keep smuggling for Pablo, but this time as a double agent, with hidden cameras in the plane. They want proof to bring him down. I say yes, because no is prison. I fly with cameras, land in Nicaragua. Soldiers swarm us, force us to kneel. Pablo's man laughs, says it's a prank. I check in with Pablo, act like nothing's changed, make the delivery, take the pictures, and leave. The government goes public. They announce on TV that they're winning the war on drugs. They show my photos. Everyone sees me. Lucy screams at the TV. Pablo sees it too. I call Washington, furious. They apologize but say I knew the risks. That's the end of my cover. I have one last dinner with my family. I tell Lucy to put on all her jewelry so the feds can't take it. Agents come anyway. They strip the house bare. I tell Lucy to take the kids and leave without me. She doesn't want to, but finally agrees. At trial, the prosecutor wants to bury me. The judge gives me community service. I walk free, but I know what's coming. I start living in motels. Never the same one twice. Every morning, I warn people to stand back when I start my car. It might be rigged to explode. At night, I record tapes like this one, telling the whole story.
Then, one night, Barry pulls into the Salvation Army parking lot in Baton Rouge, where he's serving out his community service. Men step out of the shadows with guns. They fire into his car. It's February 19th, 1986. Barry Seal is 46 years old when he's shot dead. This is a true story. Barry Seal was a real pilot, an airline captain who became a CIA asset, a smuggler for the Medellin Cartel, and later an informant for the DEA. His murder was ordered by Pablo Escobar's cartel after his cover was blown.